Hey there, how are you doing? Are you good? Brilliant!
My stoner mind.
Okay, on my desk we now have this. This should hopefully be able to cut through this. Now, I tried opening this before, and some people were saying, have you tried using a heat gun? Why not use a heat gun? Just use a heat gun. Well, let me just show you something. Right here in my hand, I have a slightly out of focus lighter with a slightly out of focus flame. So check this out. What I'm doing here is warming up the tip of this screwdriver. So I think that should be warm enough. Now check this out. Here we have my computer mouse, and look at this. You see that? That is melting the glue. Now, if this glue was on the inside of this, I'd be able to use a heat gun and pull it apart. But the glue inside of this is this stuff right here. So I'll do the same to that. And if this works, then I will actually be able to use the heat gun on this. But as you can see, nothing's happening. Nothing at all. So yeah, this glue isn't designed to come apart with heat, so using a heat gun probably wouldn't work. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a glue expert, but I'm pretty sure that glue is designed to come apart with heat, don't just crumble. So anyway, I'm going to use this, and hopefully it should take this apart, more or less. Yeah, so I'm not really too sure how I'm going to start off doing this, but maybe I could probably just... well, the tweeters are there, so if I was to say start off with a corner like this, work my way down, I don't really know, and I'm going to make a bit of a mess as well in this room, I'm guessing. Let's hope I don't cut my fingers off, although that would make for a very entertaining YouTube video, which would then be demonetized and removed by YouTube. And I would probably also have difficulty editing the video, and... Okay, so slight problem. The blade on this doesn't go all the way down. It kind of stops around there, so that's a bit of an issue. Now, somebody else was saying I could probably do with using a Dremel on this, and I would agree. Unfortunately, even though I've been thinking of getting one of those for a few years now, I usually find an alternative way to get around using one. Okay, so instead of that, let's maybe try this. Nearly through it. This, by the way, is also about the same size as the driver, more or less. I bet you didn't expect me to be using this, did you? I just saw Pancake playing with it and thought, you know what, let's use that. Somebody's sending me messages. That's out. Okay, so this is the inside of it. So there in the top right hand corner we have the tweeter. That right there is the driver, the main driver. It's a little difficult to make out, so I'll just shine a bit of light onto it. There we have another angle. So there I was outside throwing this around when all of a sudden I heard a weird pop. I decided to grab my hammer and give this a whack over here. So I got it, stuck it in like this, and I was outside, by the way, so in case the batteries exploded, I'd be okay. And I started going like this, and it started coming up. So we have entry. Now I've just got to pull it off. And there it is, off. So there we have it. And if I hadn't gone outside and swung this against the wall like that, it wouldn't have popped, and we wouldn't be seeing this right now, but we are. So yeah, this speaker here on the left definitely wouldn't have come out. Do you see all that glue in the corners, on the edges? Okay, so now, what am I gonna do? Let's try to maybe, I don't know, take it apart somehow? Okay, so I've taken out the battery pack, and I'm guessing there are a bunch of these inside there. 18650s. I might even just cut this open and have a look, but I'll put that to one side for now. This was separating the battery pack from the side of this circuit board and speaker. So as soon as I took this out, the battery pack came out. So as you can see, we've got a little heat sink. What I'll do now is unscrew these screws. There's a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I'll remove this. Also, it looks as though these tweeters are actually real. Screw number 1, number 2, put that under there. Number 3, number 4, 5, 6. Still not coming off. Let's slice this like that. And in between here, and it's coming out. Out comes that wire, and that's the microphone. Bit of a close-up. And there we have this. Out that comes. Put that there, put this on top of it, and we'll take out the speakers. Okay, so apart from the tweeters, everything else has been taken out. Oh yeah, and we also have this. Hopefully that should just come out like this, I think. There doesn't seem to be anything holding it in place. And there we have that little circuit board. So with the razor, what I've been doing is slicing between the glue and the speaker. Been kind of going like this to both of them, cleared out most of the glue. Now I'm going to use these pliers. I just wanted to get it on camera so that you could see. Stick that in there like that, and there we have the tweeter. And now for the last one. Well, this one's come apart. Looks as though the mission has not been successful. Okay, well, I'll consider that a bit of a fail because that is just surrounded in glue and is never going to come out unless I... Nope, not even that way. Okay, so now let's put this all back together and see if it works. All with the exception of one speaker. So there is one tweeter, and here we have the other two speakers. Okay then, circuit board. So this right here is the Bluetooth antenna, but this we don't need, so I'm going to take that off. And now what I'll do is I'll attach these speakers to this again. No, actually what I'll do first is I'll attach this control panel thing. So this is going to go into there. So that needs to be lifted. And then that goes into there. And that gets pushed down again. So that's in there now. And then this goes into there. I like that. That gets pushed down and that gets pushed down too. So now I'll connect the speakers to it. Tweeter first. So I think the tweeter goes into here. Tweeter connected, and then this can go over there, and then that one goes into there. Now for the battery pack. So the battery pack attaches over here like this, and now it should work. So which was the power on? I think this one. Sorted. So there we go then. I finally got it open. Who really thought that I wouldn't be able to get it open? Okay, so everything's plugged in and working, The only thing is, I have some bad news. The bad news is